Good day, everyone. This is me again, Hart, for another video. And for today, we're going to talk about a quote from James Smith. He said that if you are succeeding at something that you don't enjoy, imagine how great you would be at something you love. So, why do we do things that we don't enjoy and still keep on doing it? Maybe if in the context of career choice or career path that you're choosing, you're doing it for the money. You want to pay your bills, your rent, or whatever it is. Or maybe you are trying to battle this self doubt within yourself because you think that if you tried moving into another path, it will not be worth it, or you will fail, or other things that you might think of. Or maybe you feel so safe in your comfort zone that you don't want to risk anything that will take away the comfort that you currently have. So, whatever it is, we have different factors that affect this decision for us. Because I know it's easy for us to idolize or maybe look at successful people, and when they say you just gonna find you should find your passion or the things that you love, and then you will eventually have to choose a work in line with your passion, and you will not feel like you're working a day in your life. So it's a cliche, and at the same time it could be an exaggerated point to make, especially from people who are already successful in life. And I think it's a great reflection for us also to think, even though these successful people are telling us to do so, some of them have been successful because they followed their passion, and some of them did not follow their passion, but they tried to do one thing and then practice it, they put in the repetitions in that particular thing. Eventually, from being bad at that thing, they become good, and then they just did it for a decade or so, and they become great because of the repetitions they've made and the time that they put and the effort that they put into that thing. Then eventually they realize that it became their passion to do this thing because they've put so much hard work and then dedication to reach the success that they want because of this thing. So whatever it will be, we can always try to ask ourselves if this particular thing that we are doing is something that we enjoy. Because what more could we offer if we are currently doing something that we don't enjoy but we are excelling at it? What more if we do something that we love? What could we have achieved, or what will we achieve in this particular thing? The thing that we truly enjoy, and then putting in the reps and a decade, the time and the effort that you make and the dedication. What will be the result of this work? Comparing the thing that you'll do the thing that you enjoy and comparing the thing that you just excel at. So I think it's quite a thing to ponder and to reflect at. And for me, an example of this would be me sharing wisdom through making these videos both on YouTube and in TikTok, and just sharing anything that I want to share. And at first, I was hesitant in sharing any wisdom or making or putting myself out there, showing my face, showing my vulnerabilities, the way I talk, the way I speak, the way I construct sentences and ideas. It was hard for me to do that beforehand because maybe I was insecure and thinking a lot about what other people will think. And for me to overcome that, because I know that sharing wisdoms is one of the things that I love to do. And for me to hinder myself from that, it's like hindering myself to share this skill or talent that I have to other people, in which I could give the value to other people and help them overcome whatever it is that they are currently undergo. And for me, sharing wisdom and making these videos is what feels right for me right now. And I think it's one of my passions, but I don't truly recognize it as my passion. It's more of like a natural talent that I have because I am an observant. I quickly adapt to things, and I'm able to understand the way people behave and understand a quote, a wisdom from a person who is a philosopher or who is a successful person. And make making this thing or putting effort into this thing in order for me to improve in delivering the wisdoms that I have learned and I have experienced and I have learned. It's more of like planting these seeds of wisdom in order for those who is watching this, just like what I've experienced, is that when I've first encountered a quote, a concept, or a mental model that I have, I easily understood it. Or some other quotes or mental models, I find it hard to understand it, but you get this feeling that you understand it. But the second time, the third time, the fourth time that you've remembered it or you've encountered it, it has a different meaning and a different, not purpose. It hits you differently because maybe you've changed and you've grown to adapt to a situation, and this same quote that you thought you had this meaning all this time had a different meaning because of the set of circumstance that you have undergone. So that is what I'm trying to say. I'm just planting seeds of wisdom, and those seed will grow as you go through life, and maybe you'll remember the things that I said or the wisdoms that I've shared, and that meaning for you right now will change after 5 years or maybe after a year, after you've undergone something, especially something really hard that you have to overcome. And so I think I'm practicing that. I'm practicing the things that I enjoy. I'm putting in the reps. I'm trying to put in the effort as much as possible in order for me to improve in that particular path, in that passion that I have. And I'm glad that I was able to overcome that fear of judgment from other people, because why am I holding myself back to other people, even you who is watching this, when in reality, both of us and each and every one of us, the people around us, will die. And in 3 to 4 generations, we will not be even remembered. An example of this is if you look back and think of those family members who are 3 to 4 generations older than you. Do you know their name? Do you know how they lived? Do you know where they lived? You don't even remember. And another example would be those famous people. For example, Queen Elizabeth. Queen Elizabeth, who has done a lot of things, achieved a lot of things, lived up to his 90s, I think, if I'm not mistaken, helped a lot of people, who is wealthy, and basically who is successful. But you haven't thought of her, not until it. I mentioned her to you right now. So that is that's how crazy as it is if you think of it. because I know it sounds, in another perspective, it sounds lonely to think that we are so full of ourselves that other people doesn't care much about what we say or what we do, especially what we post on social media, because we are so full of ourselves. The perspective that each of us have in different things may differ, and it it all goes back to each individual person. So it helps me to continue to post videos because I know that even though I'm posting it, my family members will watch it, my relatives, my friends who know me, and acquaintances, and maybe teachers from my previous school that I've attended, and whoever it is, my hometown acquaintances or friends, whoever it is. I know that even though we know each other, or I know those people and they know me also, I know that they are thinking about themselves and they will not care much about what I post. Maybe they will support me, or maybe some of them will not like my video. And that's okay because ultimately I'm just going back to what to the purpose that I am seeking or I am practicing, or maybe the purpose that I want, or the reason that I do these videos. This to just share knowledge, share wisdoms, and at the same time practice the way I speak, the way I communicate. So I think to sum it all up, doing the things that you love will help you unlock things that you could not have possibly think of because you were so stuck in this day-to-day life of just doing the things that are in the norms or that the society approves you of. But what if you try the smallest action that you could take in order for you to do the thing that you love, and slowly understanding that other people does not think of you that much, and we're so full of ourselves, and we're all going to die in this very short life that we have, and in generations time we will not be even remembered. So I think that's what's fueling me to do these videos, and I think that's it. If you have any comments or any thoughts that you would add in this topic, maybe you could comment down on the comment section below, and you can like, share, and subscribe to my channel if you like this video. And again, to say it, if you want more wisdom coming right at you, you can watch the next video that I have, or my previous videos. You can just visit my channel. So as always, see you on the next video. Goodbye.